This is the Misfit Vegan podcast, episode 342. The old, when this happens, then I'll do this. You know what I'm talking about. When I quit my job, then I'll have time to exercise. When I get a new job, then I'll have money to go raw. When I move to the tropics, then I will be so raw vegan. Like, it's going to be so easy. When I get divorced, then I'll put myself first. When I find somebody to love me, then I'll love myself. When I lose weight, then this. When I gain weight, then that. When I clear my skin, then I'll start dating. Then I'll feel worthy of dating. When I have 1,000 followers, then I'll feel better and then I'll write my book. Or once I finish writing my book, then I'll publish it and I'll feel good enough and I'll feel like somebody and I'll be an author. And then I'll do all these interviews and then I'll stay consistent with my YouTube channel. And then I'll start a podcast and then I'll have all these tens of dollars and then I'll inspire the world and be so happy and feel accomplished and fulfilled and feel like I'm doing something with my life when this and that and this happens. Oh, when I open my fruit cafe, that's when I'll feel like I'm doing something and I'll have so much fun because I'll be with other people all day and I'll be living my dreams. And when this, that. Do you understand what's going on here? Wherever you go, there you are. When this happens, you won't be a different person. Please understand, your future's now. Now, my boo. No matter where you live, no matter how much money you have, no matter what you look like, no matter how much weight you have to lose, no matter how many followers you have or don't have, now is all you really have. Now is what you have. What can you do now to move the needle forward? I feel strongly that this is why there's so many people in miserable relationships, because they're they really want to love themselves, because who doesn't? Like, loving ourselves is so important. And it feels way easier to get somebody else to love us than for us to even consider loving ourselves. So what we do is we just find someone, and it's not hard to find someone. Like, if I wanted a boyfriend today, I can definitely have one. That's not hard. And you too, my boo. If you wanted a boyfriend today, all you have to do is go outside, smile at a guy, you have a boyfriend. Or go on Instagram, like a few photos. There you go. You can be in a relationship tonight. And the problem is that people are doing that so that they're to feel love, and to try and love themselves and like themselves and feel like, okay, if this person likes me, then I'll like me. If this person loves me, then I'll love me. If this person validates me and says I'm beautiful and makes me and says all these things, that I'm sexy and I'm desirable, then I'll know that I am. And the truth is that no, you won't. No, you won't. Because an outside source of love, an outside source of happiness, an outside source of anything doesn't work. It has to come from within. You have to acknowledge how beautiful you are right now. Yes, you with the acne and the 100 excess pounds. Yes, you with the grown out roots and the fucked up manicure and the hairy legs and the whatever. Yeah, with that thing that you don't like, that once that goes away, then you'll be grateful and happy and feel beautiful. First, you feel beautiful. First, you feel worthy. First, you feel good enough. And then you take the actions and then you get the results. Every relationship is doomed if you're going into it not loving yourself. And that's 99% of people. And it's really sad. It's really, really fucking sad. That's why the world is so goddamn toxic, and why there's so many people that are in toxic relationships with others and with themselves, because they just don't want to take the time to acknowledge who they are, what their gifts and talents are, what they're worthy of, are they deserving, are they good enough? And then the excuses is that, okay, when this happens, but the when this happens never is gonna fucking happen. And even if it does, okay, say it does happen, you still gonna be that person. So right now, today, I want you to start working on that person. Because if I wake up tomorrow and I've won the lottery, I'm still gonna be the same person that I am today. Nothing has changed on the inside, just the outside. So when you move to the tropics, you're still going to struggle being raw, unless you figure out a way to be raw now, wherever you live. If you meet that man or woman of your dreams, you're going to sabotage the relationship if you don't know your worth now. Because if you don't know your worth, nobody else will know your worth. If you don't work on yourself, it's not going to look good for you, my boo. The future is not going to look good. I understand there's not a lot of time in the day. After you work, after the kids, after all your the laundry and the dishes and everything you have to do, I understand. It's a lot. But I need you, if you're listening to this, well, then for 7 minutes, you've been listening. Well, I need you to take a minute after this, just a minute, to just sit down and close your eyes and start to feel your worth, and start to talk nicely to yourself, and start to say, okay, I got this. I can do this. I can start now. I can start before I'm ready. I can do the hard work. I can change, because I've changed in the past. I'm not the same person I was in the past. I've never listened to this podcast before, ever. This episode I've never listened to this. And people change all the time. And I can't make anybody change but me. I'm in charge of me. I wake up every single day with me, and I go to bed every single day with me. And whether I meet somebody and fall in love and get married, or whether I win the lottery, or whether I have my dream job, or whether I move, or whether anything happens, it's still going to be me. I'm going to wake up with the same me and go to bed with the same me. So what I'm going to do from this day forward, I'm going to start taking care of me. And that includes being nice to myself. And that includes pushing myself. And that includes no more excuses. And that includes being a nice person. And that includes no longer hurting people on purpose. And that includes owning my faults and owning up to the lies that I've told other people, the lies that I've told myself, that I'm going to change when this happens, that I'm just waiting for this to happen. You're going to be waiting your entire fucking life, my boo. I was waiting, okay, so 2011, 2010 I went vegetarian, 2011 I went raw vegan, and in 2012 I started an Instagram, but I never put my photo up. I just put like videos of animals and quotes and like inspirational stuff, but like I never put a photo or a video of myself, because I was waiting to look like Fully Raw Christina, okay, or Freely, okay, or whoever other, Ravana, or, you know, these raw vegans back in the day. I was waiting to be skinny and fit and have really long hair and clear my skin, and I was waiting to have more experience, of course, and to know what I was doing. But the truth is, I was waiting. I was waiting to look the way I wanted to look, and I waited and waited and waited. And then 2017 came, and I got fired from my job. I got fired from my own goddamn company that I built from the ground up, okay? Hired everyone, trained everyone, did all the recipes, all the raw vegan smoothies and juices and ice cream and all the fucking shit. Okay, put my blood, sweat, and tears into this company, and I got fired from it by the investors. And you guys know the story by now. And I had a midlife crisis. I was 2017. So what was I? 32. Yeah. And I didn't know what to do with my life. And then so I took like a few days off, and then I went and I started going to school for to be a trainer, to be a physical like a what's this professional term? A trainer. Okay, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I wanted to be a trainer, and I signed up. I paid all this money, and I started a new Instagram. And I wanted to have like, there were so many things I wanted to do, but all the names were taken. So finally I was like, okay, let me try Ms.FitVegan. And it wasn't taken. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Because I'm going to be fit as fuck. And I'm going to help other people get fit. Okay? So, a personal trainer. Yeah, sorry. I was going to school to be a certified personal trainer. Right. That wasn't complicated. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word personal. But anyway, so I signed up, and then I started in school. And then a few weeks after, I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. I cannot do this. Like I am not passionate about helping people work out. Like, oh God, I hate working out. And, but I loved fruit, and I loved inspiring people to eat more fruit. But at this point, I had started my Instagram, and I started my YouTube, and I was like, okay, I tried to change my name to Miss Fruity Weirdo or whatever, Fruity something, and it was all taken. So I was like, fuck it, forget it. So I started my YouTube and my Instagram and stuff, but I didn't put photos of myself up yet because I wasn't fit. But the problem is that I was waiting since 2012 to start something. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting. And then in 2017, I don't even know how this happened, but I was reading The Compound Effect, and I went to Darren Hardy's website, and I saw he had a course, and it was called Insane Productivity, and it was a lot of money. And I was like, you know what? I got to do it because I need something. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life, but I need to have some direction in my life. So I took the course, and in the course, he convinced me to start before I was ready. And I was like, all right. And so I just did it. I started making videos, even though I wasn't fit. And I'm still not fit. Here's what you need to understand. It's been 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's been 7 goddamn years. I'm still not fit. Like fit meaning I don't look like Massey Aries, okay, or whatever her name is. I don't look like, any type of person that should be calling their page fit. Yes, I'm not overweight. Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm in much better shape than most people. And, most people are obese and overweight. I understand that. But I'm not my fittest version yet. I'm still on my journey. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, once in a while, when a hater makes a video on me, they'll be like, Ms.FitVegan? More like Ms.FatVegan or some bullshit like that. But I know I'm not fat, so it doesn't matter to me. But here's what I need you to understand. I kept telling myself that when I get fit, then I'll start my YouTube, and then I'll start my Instagram, and then I'll start helping people, and then I can start writing books, and then I can start making money, and then I can quit my jobs, and then I can work for myself. And that day never came. I had to start, and I'm still not where I want to be physically, but it has morphed. I found a way. You see, the universe will open up doors for you that you can't even imagine them being opened. I found a way to make money and to transform my name to Ms.FitVegan, misfit, okay? And I don't know if you know the definition of a misfit, but the definition is, okay, a person whose behavior or attitude sets them apart from others in an uncomfortably conspicuous way. And it never really dawned on me until the past few years. misfit. And that's me. And yeah, I'm still want to get fit. Yeah, I'm still on my journey. Yeah, I still work out every day. And now what the crazy part is that even though I'm not the most in shape person on earth, I'm teaching workout classes. And people are saying that they're great workouts. And people are getting fit and people are losing weight by working out with me. And that's crazy because I hate working out and I'm not fit yet. I'm on my journey. But the crazy part is that I had to start before I was ready. And you're going to have to also. You're going to have to start being raw before you move to the tropics. You're going to have to start reallocating your money before you win the lottery. Okay? You're going to have to start loving yourself before you fall in love with someone else. You're going to have to if you ever want to make it happen. Because I don't care who you meet. Yeah, people are great. But the love of someone else will never, ever, ever be enough if you don't love yourself. And all the fruit in the world will never be enough fruit for you to stay away from cooked food if you haven't broken your addiction yet. And on and on and on. It doesn't matter what's happening outside. We have to work on the inside. And I hope you understand that. And I hope you're willing to do it. And I'm really grateful because I get to do it myself because I'm still healing. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still learning how to love myself more and more every single day, how to trust myself more. Okay? Because a big part of being raw, a big part of breaking your food addiction is learning how to trust yourself. You don't trust yourself right now because you've lied to yourself so many goddamn times. So you think that everything's going to be different once your circumstances are different. But if you don't learn how to trust yourself, your things are not going to be different. You'll find a way to sabotage until you learn how to trust yourself and keep your word to yourself. Excuse me. I just had watermelon juice, so I just burped some watermelon juice. Okay. You've got to learn how to keep your word to yourself. And how do you do that? You start really, really fucking small. Really small. Like, you set alarms in your phone and every single morning you go to the mirror and you say your affirmations, and you do that no matter what. And then you start to trust yourself. And then you have a raw breakfast. You have a healthy fruit-based breakfast, whether that's a smoothie or a smoothie bowl or a mixed fruit bowl or just one type of fruit. You have a healthy breakfast and you say, all right, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm sticking to. I don't care what you eat the rest of the day. You've got to start small to trust yourself again. Okay, you want to work out? You go to yoga 3 times a week. Or you do something 3 times a week. And you actually do it. You meditate. You set a timer every day. You set an alarm that goes off. It's 5 minutes. You read 1 page of a book. You do one of these things, not all of these things. You can't do all these things at once. You can do one thing. And you stick to that. And you're remending and repairing the relationship with yourself. Nothing else matters more for your healing, for your healthy vegan journey, than learning how to trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, you'll never, ever get what you want. I know it's hard, but you can fucking do it. If I can do it, if my clients can do it, if all these other raw vegans can do it, if all these other people can do things, you can do them. There's nothing different. There's no fucking difference between you and me. No difference. If I can break my addiction to bread and pasta and chocolate and dairy, cheese, all that shit, Little Debbie's, then trust me, you can do it. You can do it. But you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to fight and fight and fight the old you to get to the new you. And it's not going to be easy. But see, you don't have to quit every time you want to quit. You don't have to give in to cravings every time you want to have something. You can eat grapes instead. You can make nice cream instead. And then after a while, you don't even crave that shit anymore. You don't even want it because you're realizing, wow, I'm losing weight. Wow, I'm feeling better. Wow, I can have delicious, sweet juicy mangoes. I can have nice cream. I can have grapes. I can have oranges, and they taste so good and I feel so good. And I don't want that old shit. You got to let go of the old story. Do you want to continue that story? Because you're in charge and you don't know that. And I don't know how else to tell you, but you're in charge. Something doesn't take over you. A monster doesn't take over you every time somebody brings donuts into the office, or every time your husband cooks something that he knows you love. He's not doing it on purpose. He's not sabotaging you. You're sabotaging you. You can still have an amazing relationship with somebody who doesn't eat raw. I don't know one person in my life that eats raw. I don't have one person in real life that eats a raw vegan diet. It doesn't fucking matter. What kind of person are they? What kind of values do they have? Can I trust them? Those things matter. What you eat doesn't matter in your relationships. And the other day, oh my gosh, an influencer, a raw vegan person, contacted me, and she was like, my boyfriend broke up with me because he doesn't believe in the way I'm eating, Jeanette. How do you deal with this? Because this is the second time it happened, and all this stuff. And I was just like, definitely not. Like, that is not the reason that you guys broke up. Like, that might have been the reason he told you, but that is a fucking lie. Because if you love someone and you're with someone because you love them, it doesn't matter what they eat. That was a fucking lie, and I hope she understands that. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's the truth. No way. If you're in love with someone, who cares what they eat? Who cares what they eat? I don't know why we're on that topic. All right, guys, this podcast is long enough. I love you guys so much. Thanks for listening to me. I highly recommend you check out my interview that I did yesterday with John Gray. There's 2 versions. The live version is on my lives on YouTube. There's a lives category. So go to that one if you want to see the version of me crying and having a breakdown because Zoom wouldn't work. Or if you want to see the professional version, that's under videos. And that starts like 9 minutes into the video. Like the live one, there's like 9 minutes of me crying and like having a breakdown on camera because Zoom wouldn't work, and I was just so upset. And then John Gray came back into the interview by a miracle. I emailed him, I texted him, and finally he came back, and I was so happy, and we did a great interview. But if you want to see the professional version of just me and him talking about how to stop overeating, and he gives so many great tips and tricks and tools that really, really, really fucking work. He's a professional. Trust me. You can't. If you've tried to do this on your own and you tried and failed, well, then you got to admit to yourself that you can't do this. And that's okay. You need help. I needed help. I needed Darren Hardy's help. I had to join his course for $5,000 just to start my YouTube, okay, guys? You understand? Sometimes we can't do things on our own. So you need to know that. And I'm not selling anything right now, so just know that I'm not saying this to sell you a course. My course, you can't join it anymore. It's closed. But I'm telling you this for you to know that John Gray, he might be the person that can help you with the tools. Watch the interview and do the things that he said. They work. I'm telling you. Or just stay the way you are and just keep consuming content and never see anything different happen in your life and just waste your entire fucking life. It's up to you. It's up to you, boo. But I recommend you push yourself and you do something hard. And when you crave something that you don't want to eat next time, I recommend you put some fruit in your goddamn mouth because it's not that fucking hard. Sorry. The Goggins came out for a second. But, yeah, it's not that hard because it's not like the keto diet. Seriously. The keto diet is you depriving yourself, okay, starving and craving sweets, and you're not allowed to eat them. Okay, so now the raw vegan diet, it works because you crave sweets and you're allowed to eat them in the form of fruit. You're allowed to eat exactly what you want, which is sweets. The keto diet is, I couldn't do it. I did like a version of it called Atkins back in the day before I went raw, before I went vegetarian. And I just failed time and time and time again. I needed something. I needed ice cream. I needed cookies. I needed bread. I needed some carbohydrates. But on the raw vegan diet, you won't have that. If you're eating enough, okay, if you're making a 16-ounce smoothie for breakfast, that's not enough. Your smoothie's got to be like 64 ounces, boo, with like 8 to 10 bananas, not 1 to 2. Okay? You got to fill up. Fill up. Stop doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. Anyway, I could talk forever. So thank God I have a podcast. I love you guys. I got to get to the post office. I'll see you soon. Have a good day. Bye, my boo.